Okay, so here we're going to do up a little bit of character creation using the handouts and character creation. Okay, starting off. Okay, note, attribute, backgrounds, and abilities do not go beyond 5, regardless of experience points. Attributes, remember to add 1 point each attribute before spending points. That's true because for some reason the sheet doesn't pick up. Oh, well, hell. But still, we needed at least one to start. So, okay, they're all set to 1. Okay, you have 13 points to place wherever you want in attributes. Okay. Now, let's see. Now I want to choose Zeal for my primary virtue, and I want to go with Avenger. Let's see, nature and demeanor stuff we can get into later. Let's go back down. Okay, so an Avenger, I want him to be strong. So I'm going to take 2 out of 13. Get him 3 strength. I want to be quick, naturally, so we're going to take 2 more and get that up to 3. Okay, I want him to be beefy, so he can take a lot of damage. So I'm going to take 3 points, make that 4. Let's see, we spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew! And I am shitty at math. Now let's see. I'm not very charismatic. So make that a 2. Manipulation, again, he doesn't really. He's not that kind of person, so he's going to send up to 2. Appearance, 2. Yeah, he ain't that purty. So we spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means we have 3 left. Well, pretty much obvious, isn't it? Okay, now if my math is right, which it probably ain't, we have spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we have spent our 13 attribute points. Let's go check this again. Now, abilities. You have 22 points to put anywhere you want in abilities. You can only place 3 ability points in any one ability. Okay, so we got 22. Should have brought a calculator. And just as a reference, when you have time on your sheets, maybe put zeros where you have nothing. It just makes it easier, at least from my point of view. Okay, now alertness. See, alertness helps in like noticing like a twig snap, or like noticing a door is ajar when it when you know for sure it was closed. So I want something in there, so I'm going to put at least. I'm going to put 2 in there. So now we got 20. I want to be athletic. And athletics are used in quite a few things, but our guy is a sort of stand and fight type, so I'm going to give him just 1. Awareness. Now, awareness is more or less supernatural. Awareness is like you notice someone is like not breathing, like, or someone's like hand is way too cold for someone alive, that kind of thing. Now, I don't want my hunter to be clueless to such things, so I'm going to give him 1. Now, brawl. Oh, sheesh. Obviously, our dude's a scrapper, so 3. Dodge. I want him to be able to actually dodge, so I'm going to go ahead and give him 2. And I'm giving him 2 now because I can boost some shit up later with freebie points. Now, endurance. Now, endurance is one of those abilities that comes from one of these specific Creed books. So I'm going to ignore that for now. Let's see. Empathy. Empathy, of course, if you want to convey to someone, something empathic, I guess. Like you feel someone's pain, you understand their pain, you maybe get a glimpse into what, are they hiding something? Like, say, is someone not saying their name because they don't have a name? Maybe that. Maybe you give someone a hug. Trust me, these are jokes you'll learn eventually. Now, expression. Expression is what it says, expression. How can you express yourself to so-and-so? Now, our hunter doesn't care about expression. Now, fast draw. That's another thing that comes from the Creed book. Leaving that alone. Intimidation. Now, intimidation I definitely want. Because my guy's imposing. I want to be able to actually scare some folk. Intuition. Leadership. Okay, our guy, he's a brawler and whatnot, but he's not really into the leading. Okay. We can say he's had a life on the streets a little bit. Why not? He's a little streetwise. Now, our dude, he ain't up for much lying, so he's not going to need subterfuge, which is, fine. Tolerance. That's another Creed specific. Okay, animal ken. That is, how well you get along with animals. Let's see, construction. I believe that's another Creed specific. And don't get me wrong, you can use Creed specifics. I'm just going through what I know best. So, crafts. That's like, putting shit together. Now, the way crafts differ from construction, I think from what I understand, is that construction is like building like something big. Crafts is like making something a little bit smaller or medium on the fly. But, sometimes I make up roles as I go. I'll just like mixing crafts or construction with something else. Okay, demolitions. Pretty self-descriptive. Disguise. Again, we get it. Okay, drive, obviously. How well are you at driving? Now, also, if you have stuff in drive, that means you also have experience not just in driving vehicles, but in vehicles in general. So you can use what you have in drive to say, fix an engine, maybe even change a tire quicker than the usual person, that kind of shit. Etiquette. Well, we all know etiquette, at least somewhat. Like, we know there's online etiquette, where it's like, okay, you don't ask for age and sex anymore. You don't do ASL anymore. And there's etiquette in person where it's like, you shake hands, how to be accommodating to people in a formal setting, that kind of thing. Now, let's see, my guy's not into bombs, doesn't have a critter. Now, he does drive, of course, so I'm going to give him a 2 in that. Okay, how much have I spent so far? Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I have some left still. And yes, I have to count them out because I am very bad. Let's see, my guy is shit at etiquette, but he loves his guns. Loves his guns. Now let's see, melee. Melee is the ability to use a handheld weapon. Okay, like bows, nightsticks, that kind of shit. Swords. Now, he's not really much into that kind of stuff. He's more of a gun person, so we'll give him a 1 for that. Performance. Yeah, my dude's not a performer. And that's what performances is, like, dancing, singing, that kind of shit. Or even just, trying to distract someone by, like, doing a little sexy dance. Even that's performance. Poison. Even that's Creed specific, so I don't know exactly 100% what that is. I assume knowledge of poisons. Okay, security. Well, we know what that is, Security is, like, your ability to get into a building, like, picking locks. Even if something as simple, or not simple, but, like, even hacking certain things can be security. Now, of course, my guy doesn't know any of that, but stealth. Stealth is the usual, stealth. We've all played those games, haven't we? We've all played Assassin's Creed where we gotta be stealthy, but we end up fucking up and just killing people. No, he's not stealthy. He has a little bit of knowledge, so let's go ahead and give him 2 in stealth. Survival. Survival is like, being out in the wilderness, like surviving on the land, that kind of shit. Like, well, you get my drift. Pretty much, a woodsman kind of character. And he is that. And it's also like, tactical survival, like military training, and which he definitely has. So we'll put that 2 there. Technology, simple enough. Torture. This is, again, Creed specific, those traps. But torture, I'm thinking that means either delivering torture, knowing torture tactics, or possibly even withstanding torture. But still, I don't know much about that. Like I said, traps, that's specific. Academics, pretty much book smarts. Body control, that's a Creed specific. Bureaucracy, not bureaucratic in any way. He's not good with computers, but I'll give him at least 1. So he's not a complete and utter idiot when it comes to online. Finance, he's not good with that shit. Investigation, again, he's not that good at that kind of thing. Like, he's mainly up for the fights. Not really much in the way of book smarts and such. Okay, linguists. This pretty much is an understanding of languages, Maybe you can, like, for every point you put into it, up to 5 points, an extra language. And you can also maybe pick up on, like, what is this language? I don't know. Maybe I can combine this and this. I combine Sumerian and Japanese and I get this language. That kind of shit. You can also, figure out languages. Now, No, my dude does not know any other languages. Locale, that I think is also specifically in another Creed book, but again, this is like, your knowledge of the area, and maybe even the gist of, like, which way to go if you're lost, that kind of thing. Now, medicine, that's self-explanatory. That's pretty much your knowledge of medicines and also how to administer first aid and such. Now, my dude, he does know a bit, so we're going to give him 2. Okay, how much have we gone so far? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oops, I went over my limit. Okay, so what I'll do is make these 1s. That would contribute for these, so let's get rid of that and make medicine 1. Okay, that evens out now. Maybe I should have had a calculator. Okay, let's see, what is our... Okay, starting conviction is 4. Starting willpower is 3. Okay, now willpower 3. That is the current willpower rating you have. I know this throws you off. Current and then rating. It's not current rating, it's just current and rating. Like down here is current and starting, not current starting. So let me see, starting conviction is 4. Starting willpower is 3. So that means we have 4 conviction and 3 willpower. Okay, backgrounds. Backgrounds. Okay, you'll be able to go through backgrounds, but, because everything is listed, right here. So you should have no problems with that. Of course, I'll be, more than willing to help out in anything that confuses you. Now let's see, you'll notice somewhere... you notice resources. Due to previous issues, resources only go as high as 3. Now, this does not mean you can't have, like, your own business and such. It just means you cannot go beyond fucking Donald Trump rich. We've had an issue, so I took care of that. Okay, let's go all the way down. I get past. And here we go. 3 virtue points. Place any virtues you want, but do not go beyond your primary. Okay, I cannot have a 1 zeal and 2 vision if I'm obviously, Avenger. Now, merits and flaws, we can get into that later. But now we come to freebie points. We got 21. Okay, and down here we got freebie point costs. Okay, so if I want to increase my attributes, that's 5 points. Abilities, 2 points. A new ability will cost me 3 points for the first dot. I call them dots, but you know what I mean. Okay, if I want to increase any backgrounds, that's going to be 1 dot. Willpower, 1 dot. Now I'll leave backgrounds alone for now. And we all know I'm shit with math, so I got to be careful. But let's see. Now, like I said, my guy loves guns, so I'm going to increase him to... let's say I want to increase him to 5. First, I got to get him to 4. So that would cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get him to 4. And then 2 times 4 to get him. So, yeah, be 6 and 8. Ooh, that's a lot when you think about it. Well, no, fuck it. I'm going to be kick-ass in guns. Now let's see. That means we spent 14 points, I think. Okay, now I want my guy to be a bit more alert than that, so I'm going to spend 4 points to get that to 3. We have now spent 18. Okay. Now let's say I've decided he should be a bit of a leader. So I'm going to spend 3 points to give him 1. Okay. And I'm going to use my last one on stealth to make it 2. Okay, if I've done my math right, which I probably have not, that should be it for my freebie points. Although I didn't put any in my willpower or conviction, but that's neither here nor there. Now, starting out, you can only increase your starting conviction. Okay, once character creation is done, you can only increase conviction through gameplay. Okay, Now down here we got spending experience. That's something I can go with you in person, because again, that's a bit like, going through the preview points and all that stuff. Okay, so hopefully that is it. And I've already made the one video for conviction and edges and such, so okay, that's it for now. If anything else, I will make another video if anything is needed. Okay, oh yeah, the merits and flaws, I'll touch on that another time. Okay, that should be it. All right, hopefully that helps. Have a good one.